Today we have Andrew Park, 85 kilo weightlifter, also come down the home stretch here for Nationals. We told him we would show some of these power cleans because these are all PRs, mainly because he never power cleans. This training session is going to give you a good insight on why people miss lifts. And just to give you a little background, the guys and girls are in the midst of a heavy training cycle as we come down the last stretch. So basically, starting 6 weeks out from Nationals, they are working up to 85-90% every day. And if you've ever done any training like that, you know that it can just be grinders, right? So some of the sessions are just brutal to get through. When Andrew came in, he was told that his session was going to be filmed. He said that's a terrible idea. Basically, I feel like shit. I'm not going to be able to hit any lifts. And we said, well, hey, let's just turn on the camera here and see what happens. So we're actually going to show you quite a few misses, more than makes. And that's not necessarily typical for a training session, but I think it's pretty important. Andrew is a lifter that, relative to his Olympic lifts, his strength lifts are pretty low or pretty light. Here you're going to see him going up to 140. And 140 is a pretty makeable weight for him, but you can just see that the amount of pop there in his legs is just not existent. So he ended up taking that again and making it, which you didn't see off camera. Then he bumped up to 145. Cleans it pretty easy. Usually has a pretty solid jerk. But again, you just see the dip drive, and there's just nothing there to get the bar going. But what you can see is the fighter's mentality. And that's, something that's not talked about a lot in weightlifting, but you got to have it. You got to be able to fight with the weight even when you're tired, even when it feels heavy. So you can see him. He's putting it behind him. He's continuing to move on, move forward, and keep pushing the weights. 150 is almost a limit lift. His max is 153. So we're almost at a max out. This is his last lift of the session. And he'd already snatched heavy before this as well. And you can see him give this a pretty good go. You're going to miss lifts one of three reasons. Either you have a technical flaw, you just don't have good technique on it. A mental miss where you're just not committed to getting underneath the bar, or a physiological miss, which is where your body is just too tired or the weight's just too heavy. This miss, actually all these misses fall in the latter category. And you can see him try to give it a ride here, but this is going to be pretty tough at the end of a hard week of training.